Greetings, my minions! It is I, once again, your fearless leader, Cthulhu 2, and today I bring you Don't Starve. This is a game that I've been playing a little bit off and on over the last few months, and I was having trouble finding time to play it, and I thought I could justify playing it by recording it as well, so that's what I'm going to try to do every once in a while. For those of you who aren't familiar, this is a game that is very new. It's still in beta. It's been Let's Played by Generic B and Etho, and those are the guys that got me to play it, through watching their footage. And it's basically what it sounds like. The goal of the game, as far as I understand it to be, is to not starve. It's got some Minecraft type of themes in it, gathering, building, hunting, things like that. And it's just kind of cool. And because it is in beta, there are new updates that come out all the time. The next one is in 12 days, and it looks like the last one that happened was 3 days ago. And I know there's some stuff in here that I haven't actually played around with just yet. So I'm kind of excited to see what is in store for me. This is different. Sandbox. Okay, what kind of game would you like to play? This is definitely new. Sandbox. Adventure, which is a test, import or cancel. Huh. I reinstalled my Windows. I upgraded recently from 32-bit to 64-bit, and apparently I wasn't able to bring over my old save files or something. Not a big deal. Let's try this test environment. The new adventure system is currently in active development and is provided for testing purposes. It will probably contain bugs. Well, hey, maybe those will make it more interesting. Alright, now you have multiple characters you can choose from, and you unlock characters as you go on. So as you can see, I've only unlocked a few. So this is Wilson. He grows a magnificent beard, and as he grows his beard, you can create something to let you cut the beard, and you can use those beard clippings to craft something particular for Wilson. He's kind of interesting. We've also got Willow. She is immune to fire damage and starts fires in the dark, and we'll talk about dark more in the future. And then we have Wendy, the bereaved. Has visitors at night. Basically, she has I think a twin sister that died, or at least some kind of sister, and the ghost comes and hangs out with you at night. It's kind of weird. But we're going to be Wilson, because he's kind of the go-to guy. So we're generating the world. So this is not going to be a very steady Let's Play. I'm just going to put episodes up when I feel like it, basically. It's a game I enjoy playing, but I'm not going to be doing it a ton. Say, pal, you don't look so good. You better find something to eat before night comes. Alright, so we wake up, and that is all of the introduction you get for this game. So basically, you go around and you gather stuff. You can either hit spacebar, or you can mouse over it and click on it. There we go. So we're getting right now we're getting grass, saplings, and sticks. And when I grabbed that stick, if you heard, there was a little ringing sound. That means you can build something. Ooh. Oh, pitchfork. That's new. So yes, you can craft tools using sticks and all kinds of goodies. And you can grab food. And normally the background of the food is not colored like that. I'm wondering what the deal is with that. So I'm just going to kind of explain things as I go along. A lot of this stuff is self-explanatory. But basically, as you can see in the upper right here, ooh, this is new. It's just like a sanity meter or something. Weird. Anyway, in the upper right hand corner there, you can see a clock. Basically, when daytime runs out and it turns to nighttime, then everything will go pitch black, and some unseen creature will come and murder you. Which is not as nice as it sounds. Oh, I can't build a shovel yet. I have to build a science machine first. What? Where was I? Yes, something will kill you. So what you have to do, at least on your first night, is make sure you gather enough stuff to make a fire. A campfire. Or you can also make a torch, but that will eventually run out. And the fire, you can kind of keep stocking the fire to keep it alive and that sort of thing. And to do that, you need 3 grass and 2 wood. So I'm definitely set for this first night. And as you can see, as I use my tool in the lower right here, it continually degrades. I can make a pickaxe now. Might as well do that. So there's going to be a lot of changes here that I'm not familiar with, like that whole sanity thing. There's also your hunger and your health. Obviously the hunger plays into don't starve, that whole mechanic. So I do have to eat stuff to prevent myself from dying. If I am starving, I'll slowly lose my health until I go kaput. And what else should I mention? I guess for long-term playing of this game, you need to become basically self-sustainable. You need to be able to create farms, you need to be able to plant twigs and grass for yourself to harvest later, and the way I prefer to play it is to kind of find one place that I really like and hunker down there and create a base and whatnot. You could just play as a nomad as well, but that doesn't really appeal to me as much. So this is a strange island. So like Minecraft, this game is randomly generated every time you start up a new game, I should say. And unless they've changed it, the way you could play it is if you die, you can choose to start over but reuse the last map you were playing on, in case you really liked how it was laid out and stuff like that. I think that's still going to be the case, but we'll see. So this place is very nice for getting starting supplies. There's a lot of goodies. And our day is over half done, I believe. I'm just going to collect some more stuff. Oh, let's check the map, too. You can see the map down here. Oh, this is very strange. I've never seen it shaped like this before. Usually when I play, it's always been rounded islands and stuff, and they can connect to each other by bridges or just by literally connecting to each other, intersecting each other, that sort of thing. So this is very odd for me, but interesting. And let's see, where do I want to go? I guess I should do a little bit of exploring, because I have a decent amount of food. I have a lot of supplies. I would like to find some rocks to use my pickaxe on, because that will be important. So as you can see, you have all these things that are locked in your inventory, or not your inventory, but your crafting menu. And it says use a science machine to build a prototype, and that's a new deal for me. So I'm going to need gold and rocks to do that. There's a little path here. I don't think that specifies anything. Oh, and this is lucky. This savanna biome is one of my favorites, for reasons you will see eventually. Oh, there's a pigman up there. Also very Minecrafty. Hello! Too close! That my space! Oh, shut up. Oh! This is interesting. It's like Premade Farms? Interesting. What is that? Jump in wormhole? Oh! Whoa, whoa, what? What was that? Jump in wormhole? Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and set up a fire here pretty soon. I don't have to do it quite yet because it's just dusk. This is interesting. These pre-made farm plots. I don't want to set up a permanent base too close to those pigmen, because at least in the past, on certain types of nights, or if certain things happen, those pigmen will turn into were-pigs, and they will murder your face like nobody's business. So I prefer not to do that. And I guess that's another thing to bring up, is this is a hostile environment. It's not, you know, everything's hunky-dory, everybody gets along nicely, that sort of thing. There are spiders. There are super big, scary spiders. There are these dog things that will attack you randomly. There's a lot of stuff that wants to cause you ill. And okay, so as you can see in the upper right here, that little circle that kind of came off the bigger circle, that kind of shows what phase the moon is in. Something like that. So while we have night, and while we have uncooked food, we should go ahead and cook the food, because that will make it better for us. As you can see, my hunger meter is getting to about half empty. And there's a little down arrow on my brain meter there. I wonder if that has a message for me. 92. Why are you going down, fool? Don't be doing that, none. And we'll go ahead and cook up the berries, too. So nighttime can get a little boring. As I get more situated and things are a little less tense, I might end up cutting out nights unless I do interesting things. We'll see. Oh, is that making me smarter? Or more sane? Little bit by little bit. Okay. Oh wow, the hunger meter's bigger than usual. So let's see what else we got here. Shovel, I'm used to that. Pitchfork, move the ground around. Okay. A hammer lets you tear down stuff. Razor. What do we got? Everything's normal for fire. You can make a... Oh, I could do that now. You can make a backpack, which is awesome because it gives you this many more... 8 more inventory spaces. Bug net, fishing rod, bird trap, straw roll. That's everything there. And you can make farm plots, and you can make a crock pot for cooking. And then these science and alchemy machines will unlock new things you can make. Hay wall. Well, that ain't that interesting. Bee box and a wood wall. And then you can make hats. A garland. Something to soothe the nerves. Interesting, I'm going to try that. I've never actually done anything with flowers because they've been pretty pointless. But that sounds really interesting. So up here you have a couple egg sac things. That's where all the nasty spiders will be. Oh, this stuff makes you slower. That's new. But yeah, spiders will come out at night. I can attack those spider nests for various reasons. And get, you know, certain benefits out of that. But spiders will come out and defend their home and attack me. Alright, so I'm equipping my pickaxe by right-clicking on the pickaxe, and then I'm going to gather some rocks. Yes, so I get gold, I get rocks, I can make that science machine now, I believe. Indeed. But we're not going to do that just yet until we find a more permanent place to create our abode. Hello, piggy man. You back off. Oh, a little patch of flowers too. I really wonder what the deal is with these little patches. I like it though. Now one interesting thing you can do is you can make a hat. Anyway, I'm just going to do this. It's going to be really girly. Oh, I'm so pretty. One thing you can do, as I was... Oh, wow. As I was saying, is you can make one of those... Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where... Oh, come on now. You can make one of these hammers, and you can go and tear down these pig houses and get the materials that would take to make one. And you can also feed the pigmen, and they will befriend you for a certain amount of time. And they will help you in your chores, they will help defend you, they will fight with you. It's pretty cool. They can be good buddies. So we're just going to keep collecting and kind of keep traversing the area. I do like this savanna biome, but it seems like this one is kind of strange. So there's that wormhole. I'm going to have to check that out eventually. But I'm looking for something very specific in this savanna biome. Something that I kind of rely on when I'm playing. And if you guys have played the game already, or you've seen other people play it, you probably know what I'm talking about. For the rest of you, you'll just have to wait and see. But unfortunately, this seems kind of like a small savanna. I don't think I'm going to find what I'm searching for. Does not appear so. Oh well, maybe... Oh, okay, I'll take a rock. Rocks are good. So I'm pretty decent on the food front. I'm not worried about that. I still have plenty of stuff for fires. So for now, I am just going to keep wandering around and exploring a bit. Checking my map occasionally. Yeah, I don't think that savanna is going to do what I want it to do. Okay, I like this little kind of grassy plains area too, because there is a lot of good resources to be gathered in here. Pretty much a little bit of everything. You can find your rabbits, you can find your berries, your carrots, your wood, your grass, your twigs. Oh, that's curious. And sorry for the pop-up. Go away. Okay, so what am I looking for creating a base of operations? Definitely a, what the crap? Examine wooden thing. This appears to be a nexus to another world? Okay, we got wormholes, we got nexuses. Nexi? Nexis? I don't know. This is weird stuff, man. It's been maybe about a month since I've played this last, honestly. I've been doing, Minecraft stuff for the channel. I've been doing Commander Keen stuff for the channel. I've been doing Binding of Isaac on my own just for fun, because I'm addicted to that game still, even after a year or so. So, it's been a while since I've played this. But I bought it, so I should stinkin' play it, you know? Wow, more pigmen? Seriously? So, speaking of buying this game, the way the beta works at this point is if you buy a copy of the beta, before the game's officially out and everything, you get another copy for free. So, I have another copy for free. And I would... Oh, a beehive. Sweet. And I would love to give that other copy away. I will have to come up with some mode of giving that away without making it too... Oh, it's getting late and spiders are coming out. I can fight them, but I would prefer not to. Oh, there's lots of spiders around here. Let's not. Let's just not. Yes, I would love to give that copy away to people who are interested, as I think you should be, because it's a fun game, especially if you enjoy Minecraft type stuff. It's a good game. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll come up with something. I'll talk about it in maybe the next video, and we'll get something figured out and get that game to you guys. Okay, let's go ahead and build a fire here. Seems safe enough. I'll stock it with a couple pieces of wood to make it last throughout the night, and we'll do a little chopping, or picking, I suppose. There we go, so that takes 2 sticks and 2 flint. Now, as you can see, I can make this fire pit now that I have rocks, instead of just a campfire. And what that does for you is it makes it more permanent. Ooh, spider. I should make another axe, just in case. But yeah, what was I saying? Campfire, fireplace, whatever. With the rocks around it, it won't disappear when it burns out. So like, after I stop fueling this, if I just let it go, that whole thing will disappear, and I can't reuse it. Whereas with the one with the stones around it, I can come back to it later, I can just put more fuel on it, and we're good to go. So that's what you want to use when you're actually setting up a base. It works much nicer. It's a little costlier, but it's worth it in the long run. Okay, so while it's night, that's usually my cooking time. You should probably go away, buddy. I kind of want to fight him, because it's interesting, but then you've got to deal with his buddies that come around. So as long as he's ignoring me, I'm going to live and let live, because I'm just that kind of guy. Sure, you may be thinking, but Cthulhu, you are an elder god. You will rise up from the deep and destroy the world when the stars are aligned properly. Well, yeah, that may be true, but right now I'm Wilson. I live and let live. I have flowers in my hair. I'm just doing my own thing. I'm not worried about spiders. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but like Minecraft, you can only hold a certain number of items per stack. I think this 30 is getting pretty up there, so I'm not going to worry about collecting rocks anymore for a while. I don't know if he's going to call his buddies or not. It's almost daytime. Oh, he's mad. Let's do it. I'm going to stomp you dead. There we go. We got some silk. Anybody want to come play? Anybody? Nope. Okay. Cool. So where am I right now? A very these biomes are weird. So this is kind of a rocky, barren world. And there can be some strange creatures in these types of biomes, if I remember correctly, but I'm not seeing any yet. It's very empty so far, but a good quarry nonetheless. Rocks are definitely useful. You also need them for creating a certain type of farm plot later on. And that's a nice little hole in the ground. Somebody should really patch that up before somebody falls in. Well, I am not finding a place I love yet. So just a hint for those of you who don't know, the savannah stuff I was talking about, is that something special? No. The savannah stuff I was talking about, there are creatures in the savannah that you need in order to do farming properly. So that's kind of why I want to find that. And I've never seen this many pigmen village place things in one map before. It's kind of cool. And oof. So you see the scraggly tree, oh, and the swampy stuff. You get those tentacles that come up every once in a while. And killing them can be very beneficial, but I have definitely died a few times to those guys. So I'd prefer to avoid them if at all possible. Zoom out a little bit. Wow, this is a big one. I may just need to settle eventually, even though I don't find my ideal location. Then I can just make the best of it. You know, this pig guy is out on his own. Yeah, let's do it. Roar, he says, but if you attack him fast enough, don't even give him a chance. So I'm going to take his meat. I was hoping to get something else from him, but he did not drop it. Pooey. More rocks. I'm good, thanks. I'll eat some berries. And we found another shoreline. Hello. Why are there rocks? What? Why are there rocks just strewn around randomly? That's odd. I'll take them. That way I don't have to use my pick. So you can see those birds that come down every once in a while. Sometimes, I don't know if there's a way to make it happen or not, but sometimes they'll leave seeds behind, and you've probably seen me pick up a few seeds. I can roast those and eat them. I can eat them raw. They're okay for food, but I prefer to use them for farming. And, ooh. Graveyard. Examine grave. I bet there's all sorts of stuff down there. Oh, yes there is, Wilson. You know it. But I don't have a shovel, and I can't make one just yet. Okay, where are we wandering? Okay, we're kind of getting back to where that place was. I don't know. Maybe I should just keep going this way, and we'll set up shop eventually. I get kind of bored if I'm just wandering. I don't really have much of a goal. I like creating my base and setting things up and getting comfortable. So I feel like doing that fairly shortly, even though everything's not coming together quite the way I would prefer. But maybe setting up in here. There's rabbits to be had. There's lots of good resources. There's good stuff nearby. I might do that. So I'm curious to see if any of you guys have played Elder Scrolls games. So as I'm talking about setting up bases and getting comfortable and whatnot. I have been a huge fan of the Morrowind Elder Scrolls game. I played that a ton when I was younger. It was a lot of fun. And once I got to the point where my character was just super powerful, didn't have to worry about anything, I could just one-shot pretty much anything I came across, I kind of turned to just collecting weird random items and kind of setting up a house for myself. I'd kill off whoever owned the house and then just kind of filled up with my own junk. It was a lot of fun. It's kind of a weird way to play the game, but it worked for me. So I'm murdering some rabbits here, some wascally wabbits. And yeah, I'm still not finding what I want. But maybe we'll just set up anyway. There might be some stuff up here, up to the north. I kind of like this little area. Yeah, let's do that. I like the ambient noises in this game. I've been chit-chatting so much that you probably can't hear them. But I like them. Listen. Yeah. Parts of it can be really soothing. If you just listen to them trotting along in the grass, or chopping down trees, or you hear the water in the background. Pretty soothing stuff. Alright, so gathering. I hope this isn't too boring for you guys. After this next night is through, I'll probably call it an episode. Because that's a decent amount of time to be playing, I think. It's getting late. I need to make a fire. Yes, soon you shall. So this tree is dead, obviously. The trees go through a life cycle in this game. And I believe that tree will come back to life eventually. Okay, so we're going to build a fire right there. Also, when you're using the fire pit, fire won't spread. It's like, normally, just with a basic fire, I think this tree stump can catch fire, and if there were a bunch of other trees around, it would get pretty out of hand pretty quick. Which can be useful for certain things, and can be very hilarious and entertaining as well. Okay, so we are going to build us a science machine. Boom. So now you can see a bunch of other stuff has popped up. So I want to prototype the shovel. Cool. That worked differently in the past. I'm not going to bother explaining how, but it's new to me, just FYI. I'm going to cook up a few things because stuff is taking up inventory space here. So as you can see, when I used that shovel on the grass, I got not only grass, but I got a grass tuft. And what that lets me do is plant grass wherever I want to. And likewise, I just got a berry bush instead of just getting berries. And I can also dig the stump to get an extra log, which is nice. So this is where the game really starts to take off, in my opinion, as far as long-time survivability. Is you start collecting resources like this, like twigs and berries, and you have these pine cones as well. And you can go out, adventure through the world, find this kind of stuff, and then bring them back to your base and plant them. And then you can have all the materials anybody could ever want right at your front door. And it works out really nicely, I think. There we go, and I'll just grab this guy. And, okay, you can only have 10 grass tufts at a time. Ugh, that's the wrong button. Right click, or right mouse button to plant. Now, unfortunately, these grass tufts will not grow just by planting them. I also need to get some sort of fertilizer for them, which I have not found yet, but I'm going ahead and planting them now anyway. I can't do that. Says who? Okay, and I'll go ahead and plant my berry bush over here, just because I will cook up this meat. And I should eat some berries or something, because I'm getting a little hungry. There we go. And I can also start planting trees, too. And I did the wrong button. This way I will have wood for days. Wow, night's already over. Cool. Can't do that. You do what I tell you to do. You hear me, Wilson? I think you might want to space these guys out a little bit more so they can fully grow. But I'm just dropping them in a sort of semicircular pattern just to have a bunch of trees. One more should do it. There we go. This is a hard game to stop playing because I want to just keep playing, but I'm not going to. Alright, so I will leave it there for today. Excuse me, that's a great way to end it. Thank you everybody for watching. Don't expect this to come along too often. This is going to I'm going to post videos as I decide to play. So stay tuned, you'll see them eventually. And I hope you enjoyed.